So to start Visual Studio from your command line interface, what you should do is um, type on code and dot. So yeah, you saw that I had that error in my on my screen earlier. It's because I stopped the installation of Visual Studio Code of Visual Studio, and that messed up the whole thing. So I had to redo it again. So no one kana uri kuita programming, and sometimes it can hinder you from going to the next stage because now you have to fix the bug or fix the issue. So yeah, so if you do something similar, could you stop something before it finishes like running and stuff, and then you get run into some errors, just uh unongo calm down and try to do redo the whole thing again. So but I hope that you did not face any of those issues. You just installed your Visual Studio zvakanaka zvobva zvaita. But in the event that you have other text editors, you can use them. I think there's Sublime Text. There's also Notepad Plus, Notepad Plus Plus. You can use all those things. You also have this PyCharm, but I like Visual Studio. When I was learning, pandaidzidzira kuita programming, ndoyandaishandisawo Visual Studio, and I think it's easier. Anyway, ngatidzokere back kuchinangwa chevideo inoi. So ukaita code dot inosogona kuvhurira mufolder, exactly folder rauri kushandira. So in this case tikushandira mukona tavhura web page yedu folder is the same folder as you can see. So so kana tadai so tovhura index page yedu inoi. So before tatanga kuita zvese zvida kukuratidzai something. Ukabaya panapa paVisual Studio panapa kanzi extensions panapa, honosecha honoita honoti live saver. Click on this one and then you click install. When you click install, ukadzika pasi panapa unobva waona kabutton kanaka kanobva sei icon kanaka kanobva katongouya, right? So ka-icon akada kukuratidza kanoita basa rei. Kanotibatsira kuti computer yedu ite server that is serving this web page. So for example, you see I have this index, index HTML page, and I want to see kuti any change yandichaita on this document, I want it to be displayed on screen. So ndichabaya panapa pakanzi go live. Ndikabaya panapa, it will automatically open a web okay. So I understand. So yeah. So now we want to give our HTML page some structure. So HTML page in a head section, and inside the head section, the title of the page, maybe sari page yakoringe richinzi my first web page. And you also have the body. You also have the body of the HTML page. And in this body, the header section. H1 is the main header. And then udakupa maybe a text equity, welcome, and then you save. So this will automatically. So um, when I clicked on go live earlier on, yaramba kuita nikuti yangaisna body like text yedu. So now this welcome page vura in your default browser rakaseta. So for me, this is my default browser and the welcome So let's say we want to add other things like maybe a header to Tonyo Rakuti, maybe um okay, I didn't really plan this. I'm sorry guys, I didn't really plan this. So maybe what we can do is I'll just go by internet panapa and don't go kuti um a simple web page and then to try and copy a simple web page yachona yatentaona otherwise yeah yeah tingato indabas. So actually so okay, so maybe tokona kuda maybe something similar to this. So what we're gonna do is type a text, yekuti um your website in no time at all. So it will reload on your web page and then what header yako ini. So what I want to show you also is some of the things, the perks that comes when you use Visual Studio. So I'm going to remove everything here. So Visual Studio inokwanisa kukubatsira kuti a boiler template, right? So a boiler template untanga wabaya exclamation mark and then you choose the first. So that's shift exclamation mark and then we choose this first one. Nokupa a boiler template. You can see kuti you have your header tags and inside the header tags ndoponi your title and the other attributes and you also have your body and this tag outer tag on the HTML. This is to tell a web browser kuti this document is an HTML document because my documents akawana nogona that can be passed per internet, for example, XML, um, even my JSON files, JavaScript files, etc. So this is to tell the computer kuti, to tell the web browser kuti, this page is an HTML page. It's displaying a structure of a web page. You can display something. So for example, inside your body tag, okay, so H1. So the good thing about Visual Studio is you can go to H1, abaya enter, and then you put in your text, your website in no time at all. Save as example. And then when it reloads, you have your text here. So I'm going to copy everything here on this website so that it's a wasting. So Shanjaita Panapa, Kuti, I'll just explain a bit with the HTML in Oshandase. You can see Kuti, each time you open a tag, for example, Panapana body, this is a body tag, you have to close it like this. Ujona, Kanapanapa, they are closed. But there are also some elements like this one, which are self-closing. You don't need to close them. So you'll see good almost my tags are Jedaka understated within this body element. aningi ane opening and closing tag. I think there are a very few asina ma that not to asina, but they don't require you to say closing tag. So let's get started. Um, so ndichatanga nekuisa this thing iri panapa iyi. So ndichaipa maybe toita iri list. So list with a list element, you use a UL tag. This is an ordered list, and inside an ordered list, you want to have your list. So, for example, I want to have two lists so that these are this text and this text. What I can do is donyora futi panapa kuti list, beta two my list panapa, and then donyora text yang yanduda. But in Visual Studio, what you can do is unukona kuti list, and then what it times two. Kana wadai so usha say washinyora text yako. So panapa pakanzichi web ado web ado.de, and then on the next one kanyorwa kunzichi get started now. So kana wadai so now the next thing, let's just see kuti kabuda sei kuno. So ukauya kunoku ukasukufura unoona kuti this is what we have. So the reason why zviri kuappear zvakadai so not like this is because hatinachi, it's because hatina asata apply a CSS style. So for now, I'm just going to write I'm just going to put the document, the structure only, isina any interaction, for example, JavaScript or even CSS. So the next thing that we want to do is to put this text. So I'm going to copy it so that so I'll put a header to kana uri munhu anoshandisa Microsoft Word, maybe you are familiar headers anaya kuti header 1 inenge yakakura, header 2 iri mbichana, and then I think header 4 it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And so here I put the next text panapa. I think we also need to put child's play, and then tadaro. I will put another list, but in this case, because I want to show you the difference between an ordered list and ordered list, I will put ordered list. So if you type in OL and you hit enter, automatically you will have the closing tag. And then you open, and so we want what? We want let's say we want these three items inside our list. So chatty list times 3. But I saw, and then I will copy everything. So I will copy with Control C and paste with Control V. So zvogona zvakasiyana nekuti kushandisa computer yakaita sei nekeyboard yakaita sei. But for this machine, Control C means copy and Control V means paste. And then you save it. And then lastly, we want a button tag. Maybe Tonguti button on the submit, and we want to put this text in on the get started now. So this will be get started now. So now let's go back to Onoji Pakamera say. So Kavara Panapa, you will see Guti the difference between the ordered list and the unordered list. The unordered list and the ordered list, no difference, and this is our button. So now we want to apply our style. Maybe before the apply my style, to go na kuisa a title yet know that you wanna title, do exactly this title. So to do that, maybe to go na sakanaka emoji. Uh, and then we call this a movie site. So Kanawada is oh, it automatically changed to movie site. So now Tadagu change style yedu. So inside our our header tags, we want to put our style. So our style will be Chaisa, first of all, uh, Tine, an ordered list. So would you apply a style to this unordered list? What you need to do is to take the name of the element, which is an ordered list. Usama curly brackets ako panapa. And then kanawadaro ubwachisa any style you're chida. So for example, in this case, and this kuda ma dot ma point I and this kumada. So dakuma visa. So kuntima visa dot a list style and then this and none. And then I save. And then you can see a passes snatching. So now also kuti zvibude zvichiita kunge zvakaita panapa kuti imwe cheri kunoku imwe iri kuno huku, we need kuita display with the value of flags. You see that next to each other, and we want to we have a text align of justify. Actually, it won't work here because it's within this UR this tag. So the one that we actually want to use is actually the style that you want is not text align justify, but is justify content, and then with space in between, and we open. Here it's not being applied. Okay, let's remove this. What's happening here? Space. So what you can do, to this website, uno wanarubatsiro. So for example, panapa justify content, so at justify center will put everything in between. Look at the justify content space between. They should go to separate ends, but this is what I want. Space between. For some reason it's not working. So let's see why it's not working. It also seems like we only have what's happening? It worked actually. It worked. So we have this and this, and also um yeah, it worked. Yeah, it happens sometimes. But now we have them on both ends. So maybe to gonna go with the phone size with so any changes. So the font size maybe toipa a size of what? Uh maybe 18 pixels. and then toipa a font weight of bold. Yeah. Kana swadai so takwenda pa next element. So our next element is yeah, it's this one, H1. So okay, we want our H1 and perhaps our H2. Actually, we want everything to be centered. I think those really right. Tikati body panapa, we want everything in the body to have a text, a line of center. And then one bonus so. So actually at Skuda ordered list panapa, we want to be unordered. So I am going to change panapa kutiti unordered list because we really don't need Kawanda ISO. So patainyora unordered list yavayatora the style inoi of which I say ya trukuda. So twacheta panapa tichapa this unordered list yekutanga in ID of paper my attribute paper stare kuti unordered list an ordered list I think we press stare kuti 1 and then ino paper stare kuti ID 2 kana swadai so instead yekunyora kuti UL panapa to specify panapa kuti this style we only want it for an unordered list with an ID of with an ID of 1. With an ID of 1. So which means kuti this one icharamba iri zvayanga iri. So now takuda kupa an ordered list with an ID of 2. Toda kuipa a style yekuti list style is none. What else? Toda kuipa ngatidzokere kuno kutonoona kuti zvakamira sei kuno. Toenda pabutton redu. We also want to style our button. In this button, we have a background color. Okay, I think with green, yellow, green. I think that is say yellow, green. And we also want with the color yacho inge iri white. So color yobayaita white. Kadzokera kuno kutosvona color iri white. Toona kuti mukati umu mune padding like this space ino iri mukati umu inenge iri padding oipa maybe a value of 10 pixels. Ndikanotora kunoku tosvona kuti tane size yedu yatinayo yaiya. Toenda toda kuti toona kuti border rachona is a little bit curved. So what we do here, we go down here, tononyora kuti border border radius, Toiba maybe maybe kind of the 5 pixels. Then kadzogera kunoku, I don't know what is square. So you just play around with this number. Gawane gawane value or kuda. Maybe I'll put 50% instead of pixels. Let's see. Oh, okay, worse. Okay, let's go back to 15 pixels. So we also want so kanapata kunaweza border color. I hope it no change. To the border color, we want it maybe as white. Okay, it's not really helpful, but I hope you get an idea of what HTML and CSS can do together. So maybe to go now you put a background color of black. So maybe over the page area said the whole body structure a background color of black. And then Canada so oh now you see Kuti, we cannot see our text anymore. So we give our text a color of white. So that'll be white. So don't forget some semicolon on no page that each row yes each key and value to CSS. And so now you have um, your color. So maybe panapa unukona kuti kana kuti line height. But maybe line height. Yeah, to go in between toy sapa 2 pixels. It's okay. 2 pixels is not good. Um uh okay. So I don't know, you just play around with my numbers and I put it say so now we want to add our JavaScript. So our JavaScript usually it comes just after your mama CSS your HTML structure is right. So for example, you want your script come here just above the body. So your script here is safe. So you want the script kuti inge ichi ukabaya pakanzi get started now pop up a message yekuti thanks for the prompt. Okay, so panapa ukanyora we want so um this might be a little bit advanced because kana ushanisa JavaScript panama concept akati one day. So you need to declare my variables. For example, okay, I will not go into JavaScript. We'll do a whole new tutorial in JavaScript. For now, let's just do CSS and um, and HTML. So now you see the style. You can put it here inside the HTML document. But sometimes no gonongeka kura sisingaite style yako like style sheet yako in maruza waka wanda steric. So what you want to do is to have a separate style sheet. Yeah, no linker into your HTML body. So in this case, I'm going to copy everything inside. I'm going to copy it. Do not paste style sheet. Vanda, paste. Then I save this file. And I come back to my index page here. I delete the style tags I and then do add and then I add a new one, a new link, in a CSS, So as you can see, it's linking us to this style CSS. So if you look at follow link banner, it will take you to the style CSS. So I'm going to remove this one to so I'll save this. You see with existing style anymore. And then I will link this and then I'll save. And then you see now we have our things again. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. And for next time, Changetini Shimwe Shakawanda. For next time, I will do a little bit introduction in JavaScript and then Canada in introduction in JavaScript. Then we can make changes to our pattern here. I hope you had fun. Kanamana Kizwane this video, please hit like. And if you want to say something, just write me down in the comment section and subscribe if you want to see more. It's also good motivation. So thank you. Bye bye. Until next time.